Hello, I'm Rob Venus, and today we're going to be sending a command module out to Minimus. And I can't really land on there because of oversights I overlooked. But my original plan was to maybe land on Minimus. At least that's what I'm pretty sure my original plan was. It's been a while since when I last recorded it and went out when I'm doing the audio. Just been busy. And right now, I really hope that this ain't all that glitchy when I render it. That's gonna suck. Yeah, but just due to some oversights I overlooked, I didn't think it through all the way, and well, I missed my opportunity to land on Minimus. Oh well. Who'd want these landing eggs anyway? What's really the point of them? They're can't get the sensor mass to stand out, and those are too big. Actually, I don't think my plan was to ever really land on Minimus. They're just putting the landing legs out there, so if they get destroyed, not my precious science. Actually, I'm thinking about maybe adding on is the remote tech 2. Instinct's got me. I need to use it to have him watching him put out the satellite array. That seems kind of like a pain, but it's possible to do. Oh yes, my plan was to land on Minimus, and my landing eggs are too short. Right now, I'm just trying to look for an engine that is short enough that I can actually fit my landing legs in. Big glitch. The small engines do look a bit better though, and they're definitely a lot more. Give you a lot more thrust. Anyway, this until get better, to get fuel lines. This set appears to just gonna be my normal booster array. This fuel line comes in, it's still gonna look like that, but it's gonna. I think I might actually set up an asparagus staging. Those are kind of cool when they break away. And yes, all that is necessary for me to get out of the atmosphere and still have enough fuel to get to Minimus. Now, somebody may actually be asking, wait, the moon's closer and that requires a less delta V to get to. Why don't you go there? Well, I already went around the moon. Somehow the recordings from there that got lost. And I went up to go do something. Was in the middle of building my rocket. Came back. At least I thought I pressed the record button. Must not have, or now that's the only reason I must not have pressed the record button when I came back. Went around the moon, assuming I did the mission correctly, recording. Came out to post production. Like, wait, I only got 4 minutes of video on here. Where's the rest of it? Ah, crap. So that is just gonna be one of those lost episodes. Oh well, it happens, I guess. Alright, take launching off. I swear I unlocked Mech Jump this time from Minimus. And I know what some people think that Mech Jump is cheating, but quite honestly, I do the most of the launch. Mech Jump it's just gonna be doing the docking and stuff. And honestly, do you really think that the astronauts do the docking themselves? That's more realistic to use a computer anyways. Then yes, I did do a tad bit of science with that because I haven't done it. And the rocket failed to go in the way I wanted it to. And I hope that sounds smoother. Yeah, so I think I get like just enough science to unlock one of the mech jub attachment units. And some whatchamacallums. I'm just gonna call them gyroscopes. SAS reaction wheels, that's what they are. My brain's not working in the morning. So like I said, I just used mech jeb here to actually angle the craft. Otherwise, because the last few times I used ascent guidance for it, it actually flipped the craft over, and I just did a gesture with my hands, which you cannot see. But it flipped the craft all the way to the opposite angle I wanted to, then it flipped it back. It's like, what are you doing? So now I just do it this way. Works just as well. And I'm doing more of it. Yeah, one mod I would love to install, but unfortunately I can't because it doesn't like to play nice with it. With the other mods I have installed is the B9 mod. For whatever reason, it doesn't like the KW Rocketry mod. It crashes every time. And I can't even get into the start menu, it just crashes while it's loading. Because honestly, B9 does have a lot better looking parts. And I can make really big aircraft with it easily. Which would be nice for like making an SSTO. Go to Minimus that's carrying a rover in its belly. I try and get at least an encounter, so that way, if but at this point thinking, oh, I'm gonna have enough electricity. I'm just gonna get an encounter at the moon. Not gonna ignore the moon. Unfortunately, the nav computer here screws up and will end up sending me on a return trajectory to Kerbal and completely messing up my inclination. In a minute here, you see exactly what I mean by completely messing it up. Although one thing I can't wait to actually start unlocking with this is the parts from the Interstellar mod. Those parts are fun to play with. I haven't actually tried any of the Interstellar stuff yet, like the hyperdrive or warp drive. Haven't done anything with that or antimatter. On another save, I put a small nuclear engine in a rover. Sent that out to Minimus. Okay, see here, this is what I mean by it screws it up here. I'm trying to fix it. No, I'm just gonna scrap it. Start start over. Because the same, I'm like some negative 130 degrees off. Yeah, I do end up scrapping because I don't want to be leaving the atmosphere, leaving the influence of Kerbal. Especially in that direction there. So just hit revert, and when my tail fins falls off, and then does it again. Then straight that together because I remember that it was really kind of wobbly, and replaced the tail fins with something better. Again, those ones didn't need much better. That doesn't need much to make it better. Setting up the stuff I would need. Yeah, Minecraft is quite useful, especially when it comes to rendezvousing and docking, both of which I suck at. Both of which I really don't have the talent for. And using Minecraft makes it more realistic. As I'm going to refer you back to the whole, do you really think the astronauts do rendezvous and dock by hand? No, they really don't. At one point in the early stages of the Apollo missions, or the Mercury program, they might have. I use might pretty loosely because I highly doubt it. The only reason you need to do docking by hand now is in case it's an emergency, which at one point might have other bigger things to worry about. Alright, so this is take 3 of Get to Minimus. This time, no moon encounters. Because moon encounter is really sick if we try and go to another planet. Or moon, I should say. It's a moon, not a planet. And I'm really starting to run out of stuff to talk about. Stuff that is relevant about this video anyways. Try and get the encounter. I think one of the next mission that you might do is maybe see if I can't make it out to the Minimus to land on. Of course, Minimus, I will be planting the flag. But for that, I'm definitely going to need to get like some sort of power generation. So, like solar panels at least. And once I start unlocking more of the rover parts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the geosynchronous the place on orbit where I can hover above the same spot of Earth. There. Because apparently I cannot say geosynchronous at all. Geostationary, how about that? And like I said, I realized I ran out of electricity. But I was able to get some good science. Good science is science. The one mod I do refuse to install is the Deadly Reentry mod. Mainly for reasons you saw above. Because I'm pretty sure Mr. Jebediah would have died. And I really don't. And I didn't really want to be able to do their job or land on my head. That's why I am kind of worried about it. And nope, I got it. Although my landing spot actually probably couldn't be worse. It's on a mountain. And a couple of my science capsules falls off. Ended up getting about like 100 science, 160 science I think it was. Not too bad. Like, it's gonna be a lot more once I go to Minimus to land on. Like I said, once I get more of the rover parts and Starlock and antennas, I'm going to set up a satellite network. So that way all my satellites can talk to each other just fine. And I could just actually still control my rover parts without having a direct line of sight. And to the person that made the direct line of sight, that's not how radios work. You're thinking infrared. I could be between a wall and it'll still be where my radio still work. Infrared will not.